Best known for his Emmy nominated turn as Chidi on The Good Place, William Jackson Harper can next be seen on The Underground Railroad, the highly anticipated series from Academy Award winner Barry Jenkins. Take a look.
You came all this way on the railroad?
Yeah. I left behind all those peoples.
Nothing was given. All was earned. Hold on to what belongs to you.
So, the last time we spoke to you, you told us that you started the Underground Railroad while still filming The Good Place. What was it like bouncing between those shows that covered such a different material? Or were you at that point kind of delving into both worlds deeply?
Like I sort of like dipped my toe in on Underground Railroad, and then went back to basically finish out The Good Place. And I actually had another project in there. We Broke Up happened like sort of in another gap between shooting on Underground Railroad. So it was like a lot of whiplash and a lot of just sort of trying to like get my head on straight. It's strange just because, you know, I guess I sort of live in this one headspace when I'm playing one character. The character of Royal could not be more different from Chidi, and you know the character of Doug is very different from Royal, and so like having the character sort of be in my chest in a different way while trying to do another character was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, like that's the fun of acting, is that you know you get to take swipes at these things and see if you're ready or not. And sometimes you're not, and that's, you know, getting there is the fun.
The show, The Underground. Describe what this is.
Yeah, well, this is more of an alternate history. It imagines the Underground Railroad as a collection of railways underground, and there's conductors and there's stations, and it still feels very real in a lot of ways, but it's fiction. It's not like a factual rendering of what actually happened. It's more about exploring the ideas and what history sort of looks like from a fictional standpoint.
So you play Royal, you mentioned. Tell us a little bit more about who he is.
Royal is a freeborn man that Cora encounters on her journey. Basically, they develop a fondness for each other. But he's a kind, sort of gentle guy. You know, he's like more confident than me in a lot of ways, and that's something that's kind of hard to grab a hold of for me. That it took a little work to sort of, you know, be comfortable in my skin enough to take a swipe at this character. And so he's a freeborn, gentle soul.
As a Black man, particularly a Black man in America, what was it like for you dealing with material that is triggering and heavy?
It's triggering in a lot of ways, but I think the other thing that's really therapeutic for me is this is the way that I get to provoke. This is the way that I feel comfortable saying some of the things that are, you know, on my heart and on my mind, is by being a part of telling a story that sort of brings some of these things up. It's not necessarily always the thing that I like to do, you know, to like, you know, stand in front of a bunch of people with a bullhorn and say a bunch of things. You know, it's like that's not necessarily the thing that I want to do, but like I do like to be a part of a story that sort of hopefully cracks open minds.
Let's talk about We Broke Up.
It's about a couple that's been together for 10 years, and the question gets popped by my character Doug to Aya Cash's character Lori, and she throws up. And you know, it's like it's an interesting story about what an adult breakup can actually look like when there's not like a major betrayal or some transgression that you can't sort of get over.
Well, keeping in the romance lane, you are in season 2 of HBO's Love Life.
Season 2 of Love Life is going to center on a different character who I'll be playing. This season is actually going to explore what it is to have found someone and then have that thrown into flux. Which I guess there's a recurring theme here, but that's sort of where we're going. Is whereas season 1 really dealt with what is it to be, you know, a young person in New York trying to find your person. What is it when you're, you know, when you found a person you think, and then things are sort of thrown up in the air. And so I'm really excited about that, and I'm really happy for the opportunity to, you know, sort of build this character out. You know, it's like this is my first time getting to produce a little bit, which means I get to sort of weigh in on some decisions and guide the story in certain ways, which is really fun. Or not guide the story, but comment and sort of try to steer the story in certain ways, and that's a lot of fun for me.
Well, I want to let everybody know the Underground Railroad is streaming now on Amazon Prime, and We Broke Up is available on video on demand and digital. William, thank you as always. It's really good to see you.
It's good to see you.